Cimoooooooo! What's up YouTube? This is actually Playmatter here, and I've been invited onto Cimoooooooo's channel, so thanks for having me here. I'm very excited to be here. This past weekend, on the 27th of December, a friend of mine, Luke Webber, he won a local. It was just a local, but there was 40 players, so it was, it was a decent sized local. And they were playing a tournament where you were allowed to use either the old list or the new list for the ban list and with your deck. So he was running Bujins with 2 on it. If you do like this video, come over to Playmatter Yugitube. Come subscribe, watch my other videos. I've got loads of deck profiles, loads of discussions, theories. But yeah, let's move on to the deck profiles. Okay guys, so here's the deck list. I like to just spin through the list very quickly and then do the discussion after. So we have 2 Harume, 2 Mikazuchi, 3 Yamato, 3 Crane, 2 Hare, 1 Colin, 2 Turtle, and 2 Honest. 2 Bujin Carnation, 3 Tenki, 2 Lance, 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, 3 Pot of Duality, and 1 Regeki, 2 Breakthrough Skill, 2 Dimensional Prison, Solemn Warning, Torrential Tribute, and all 3 Vanity Tempest. For the side deck we have 3 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, 3 Fairy Wind, 1 Twister, 2 Maxi, 2 Chain Disappearance, 2 Forbidden Chalice, and 2 Debunk. And finally, onto the extra deck we have 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Kagutsuchi, 3 Suzuwano, 1 Tsukiyomi, 1 Constellar Omega, Diamond Direwolf, Evil Swarm Excited Knight, Gaga Cowboy, Number 101, Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, Harlan Draco, and Starluge Pollen Dynamo. Okay, so this deck was piloted by Luke Webber. He also top 32'd at the UK Nationals with Bujins. He's an experienced Bujin player. So I managed to interview Luke and ask him a few questions about the deck. Firstly, he said he'd 100% play 3 Bujin Carnation and maybe take out Regeki. He also said he really loves the versatility of the deck. The deck's core is all about its monsters. So you have this kind of like 15 to 17 cards that are always going to be in every Bujin deck. And then the spells and traps, like, there are some spells that are always going to be in every Bujin deck, but there are a lot of, spell and traps that you can choose depending on what sort of shape the format's taking up. So you don't have to main deck 3 MST in a format like before Cliffort was out. Obviously the trap lineup, he said that there's so much you can play around with the trap lineup. You could play Bottomless, you could play Compulsory, you could play Mirror Forces, but he said that he played the Dimensional Prisons because they're just so good against the top 3 decks. The side deck is broken up into kind of the side deck for each deck. So he's got the 3 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, which goes in against all the darks. He's got the 3 Fairy Wind and a Twister against Cliffort. Then he's got 2 Maxi, 2 Chain Disappearance, and probably Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors as well for Burning Abyss matchup. 2 Chalices coming against a lot of Rogue, but also against Shadol's flip effects, and it's another element for the damage stat. And then Debunks obviously coming against Mermail with the Maxis. The potential for this deck to OTK now that you've got Double Honest is ridiculous. People are flooding their fields. It's kind of like this psychological game of people are flooding their fields so that they can guarantee they're going to get past Yamato, and whether they kill Yamato or not, it doesn't matter as long as you have life points remaining. If you've got Bujin Incarnation, for example, you can set yourself up again and just basically make a Suzuwano with whatever you've got and attack all of their monsters for game with Honest. I like that he's not playing Kaiser Colosseum, so he's actually taken out one of the main cards involved in the helmet strategy of this deck. And I asked him why, and he says that it's mainly because everyone's main decking 3 MST now, which is obviously very relevant, and Burning Abyss can Phoenix Wingwind blast it to the top of the deck, which is really for the Bujin player to be drawing into after the opponent has got an established field. He also says the whole triple Crane Double Honest is a real it's only 1 card, but it still massively boosts the deck. If you are struggling to get to the Yamato, you can summon Turtle, next turn XYZ, and then, get yourself the Yamato. It does make your opponent really, really struggle to get around immortal monsters that you can just summon and they just won't die. People are then forced to overthink their plays and often then misplay because they have to think so much about what they do around Honest. And if there isn't an Honest there, you do have to kind of cater for the fact there is an Honest, but you might be completely overextending and then walking into something like Regeki or Torrential Tribute. And the fact that now more than ever people are just ending their turn without attacking or even trying to attack because of how far behind they'd fall if they did lose their monster in that particular battle. This then gives him another turn, and then he has monsters on his opponent's side of the field, which means that he can Honest and make a guy big. And yeah, it's really destructive. And yeah, it just gives this deck a lot of power. Finally, I asked Luke what his matchups were. He played against Shadol's, he played against Mermails, he played against Cliffort, he played against Spellbook. He played Spellbook in round 2 and in the top 4. In game 2 against both of those decks, his opponent opened his first turn with a Thunder King Ryo, which did mean that he struggled those 2 games. But he did win those 2 matches overall. So yeah, this is a completely undefeated Bujin deck list from this weekend. I asked Luke if he's qualified for Euros yet and what regional he's planning to go to next. He said he hasn't qualified yet and that he's going to be playing at the regionals at the Mad for Miniatures in Cornwall on the 24th of January. So watch out for that. I'll be bringing you the first place and second place deck profiles from that event. Luke says he'll either be playing Bujins, Denko Dolls, or he might even play my Judgment Dragon Shadol deck, which you can check out on my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed this undefeated Bujin deck profile from this past tournament using the new ban list. If you like me and you like my style, come on over to my channel, which is going to be in the description below. Till next time, Playmatter signing out.